Dear students, welcome to you all. Today I am going to discuss about integration by partial fractions. Dear students, a function of the form fx by gx where fx and gx are polynomials and gx not equal to 0 is called a rational function. If the degree of fx here is less than the degree of gx, then the rational function is called a proper rational function. Otherwise, it is called an improper rational function. Means if degree of fx is greater than the degree of gx, in that case, this rational function is called an improper rational function. When the integrand is a rational function which is not in a simple form, means if it is not in a simple form, write the integrand as the sum of simpler rational functions by a method called decomposition into partial fractions and then do the integration. Let fx by gx be the given rational algebraic functions. First, if degree of fx is greater than or equal to degree of gx, then by long division we can find quotient qx and remainder rx such that fx equal to gx into qx plus rx. Already we know this is like as dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder, where degree of rx less than the degree of gx. This is implied that fx by gx is equal to qx plus rx by gx, where rx by gx is a proper rational algebraic function. Therefore, we can say that the given algebraic fraction equal to a polynomial this here plus a proper rational algebraic fraction. This is a polynomial plus a proper rational algebraic fractions because here the degree of rx is less than degree of gx, so this is a proper rational algebraic fraction. Then we resolve the proper rational algebraic fraction into partial fractions as mentioned below. First, factorize the denominator of the proper rational algebraic fraction into real factors. Here, the denominator of the proper rational algebraic fractions into real factors, which may be of the following four types. First, linear non-repeated, linear but non-repeated. Second, linear but repeated. Third, quadratic but not repeated. And fourth, quadratic but repeated. The following table gives us an idea of the types of partial fractions to be taken for different types of proper rational algebraic functions. Type of proper rational function, and here this is type of partial fractions. Px plus q by x minus a, x minus b, where a not equal to b. This is the linear but not repeated. And type of partial fractions: a by x minus a plus b by x minus b, where a, b are real numbers. px square plus qx plus r by x minus a, x minus b, x minus c. Here also denominator is a linear but not repeated here. Condition that a not equal to b not equal to c. So type of partial fractions: a by x minus a plus b by x minus b plus c by x minus c, where a, b and c are real numbers. px plus q by x minus a whole square. Here denominator is a linear but repeated. So what is the type of partial fractions? a by x minus a plus b by x minus a whole square. px square plus qx plus r by x minus a whole square into x minus b, where a not equal to b. Here x minus a, x minus b are in linear form, but here x minus a repeats. So type of partial fractions: a by x minus a plus b by x minus a whole square plus c by x minus b, where a, b and c are real numbers. px square plus qx plus r by x minus a into x square plus bx plus c. Here this is quadratic but not repeated. So in this case, a by x minus a plus, here we write for quadratic, we write bx plus c by x square plus bx plus c, where x square plus bx plus c cannot be factorized. px cube plus qx square plus rx plus s by x square plus ax plus b, x square plus cx plus d. Here quadratic but repeated. Here this is this and this. So in this case we can write ax plus b by x square plus ax plus b plus cx plus d by x square plus cx plus d. Here quadratic but not repeated. Here these two quadratic polynomials are different. Here ax square plus ax plus b, and here x square plus cx plus d, where x square plus ax plus b and x square plus cx plus d cannot be factorized. Now we will discuss about the solution of the questions of exercise 7.5. Integrate the rational functions. Question number 10. Integrate 2x minus 3 by x square minus 1 into 2x plus 3 dx. Dear students, using partial fractions, method of partial fraction, we can write here 2x minus 3 by x square minus 1 into 2x plus 3, and here we can factorize x square minus 1, so we can write 2x minus 3 by x minus 1 into x plus 1 into 2x plus 3, and these are in linear forms. So for linear forms, here we use x minus a, x minus b, x minus c. So we can write here type of partial fractions: a by x minus a plus b by x minus b plus c by x minus c. So we can write here a by x minus a plus b by x plus 1, a by x minus 1 plus b by x plus 1 plus c by 2x plus 3. And here we can write 2x minus 3 equal to a x plus 1 into 2x plus 3 plus b into x minus 1 into 2x plus 3 plus c into x minus 1 into x plus 1. Here we taking the LCM here of right side and here left side, both will be cancelled, denominator will be cancelled, and we get this here, and this is equal to, this is implies that 2x minus 3 equal to, here multiplying these two we get a into 2x square plus 5x plus 3, and we multiply these two we get b into 2x square plus x minus 3, and here if here multiply we get c into x square minus 1. Dear students, equating the coefficients of x square, x and constant terms on both sides, we get 2a plus 2b plus c equal to 0, 5a plus b equal to 2, and 3a minus 3b minus c equal to minus 3, means these are constants. Here this is the coefficient of x and this is the coefficient of x square. Solving these equations we get here, we solving these three given equations, we get a equal to minus 1 by 10, b equal to 5 by 2 and c is equal to minus 24 by 5. So 2x minus 3 by x square minus 1 into 2x plus 3, and this can be written here as a by x minus 1. So minus 1 by 10 by x minus 1 plus b by x plus 1, 5 by 2 by x plus 1 plus c by 2x plus 3. So we can write minus 24 by 5 by 2x plus 3. Therefore, integral of 2x minus 3 by x square minus 1 into 2x plus 3 of dx here, and we can write here this in this way, and here if we integrate we get, finally we get minus 1 by 10 log mod of x minus 1 plus 5 by 2 log mod of x plus 1 minus 12 by 5 log of mod 2x plus 3 plus c. Here question number 18, integral of x square plus 1 into x square plus 2 by x square plus 3 into x square plus 4 dx. Dear students, here we put here x square is equal to t, we get t plus 1 into t plus 2 by t plus 3 into t plus 4, and here we multiply numerator and denominator, we get here t square plus 3t plus 2 by t square plus 7t plus 12, and here this is improper rational function because here the degree of numerator equal to degree of denominator. In that case we divide numerator by denominator and we get here this 1 minus 4t plus 10 by t plus 3 into t plus 4. Here 1 is constant, so we solve this, that is 4t plus 10 by t plus 3 into t plus 4, and this here this is the linear factor, so we can write a by t plus 3 plus b by x plus 4, and we solve here we get a is equal to minus 2 and b is equal to 6. Therefore the value of this here 4t plus 10 by t plus 3 into t plus 4, and here this is equal to minus 2 by t plus 3 plus 6 by t plus 4. So putting the value of t here, t is equal to x square, so we get x square plus 1 into x square plus 2 by x square plus 3 into x square plus 4 equal to t plus 1 into t plus 2 by t plus 3 into t plus 4. So, and we multiply here numerator and denominator, we get this here, and this is equal to 1 minus from here 1 minus 4t plus 10 by t plus 3 into t plus 4. So we get this, and value of this here 4t plus 10 by t plus 3 into t plus 4, here we get this. So finally here we get this is equal to 1 minus 2 by t plus 3 plus 6 by t plus 4 from second. Here this is second, and we solve here using the method of partial fraction. So here finally we get here x plus 2 by root 3 tan inverse x by 3 minus 3 tan inverse x by 2 plus c. Dear students, here this is the standard formula, and we use here because d by integral of dx by x square plus root 3 whole square, and here also dx by x square plus 2 square, which is of the form integral of dx by x square plus a square, and this is equal to 1 by tan inverse x by a plus c, means using this result and we can find this answer. Dear students, now we will discuss here integration by parts, and this is very important. Here theorem 1, if fx and gx are differentiable functions, here these are two functions which are differentiable, then integral of fx g dash x dx equal to fx into gx minus integral of f dash x gx dx. Proof: here f and gx are differentiable function, already it is given here. So d by dx of fx into gx equal to, using product rule, first function d by dx of second, so g dash x plus second function into d by dx of first f dash x. By definition of antiderivative, means by the definition of integral. So by the definition of integration, here antiderivative means integral. By definition of integral or integration, we get here integral of fx g dash x plus f dash x gx of dx equal to fx into gx. Here this can be written in this form by the definition of integral or integration, and here this is integral of fx g dash x dx plus integral of f dash x gx dx. We can write here using the result of the theorem which we have discussed in the previous lecture, and this is equal to fx into g dash x. So we can write here integral of fx into g dash x equal to fx g dash x minus integral of f dash x gx dx. if we write here fx equal to u and g dash x equal to v, then we can write here integral of uv dx. Therefore, u into integral of v dx minus integral of derivative of u means du by dx into integral of v dx and dx here for this here, this is dx. Since g dash x is equal to v implies that gx is equal to integral of v dx by the definition of antiderivative. So we can express this result as given below in words form: integral of product of two functions is equal to first function into integral of second minus integral of derivative of first into integral of second dx. Dear students, some remarks are given. First, if the integrand is of the form fx into x to power n, we consider xn x to power n as the first function and fx as the second function. If two functions are given, then which one we take first and which one we take second. So using this rule here, according to this, we can take x to power n as first function and fx as second function. If two functions are different or of different types, take the first function to be the function which comes first in the word islet here. According to this, in the given two different types of function which we can take as first and which we can take as second, using this rule, islet means here I means inverse circular function, that is sin inverse x, tan inverse x, etc. L means logarithmic function, A means algebraic function, T means trigonometric function, and E means exponential function. This rule helps us in choosing the first function. Means according to this, we can choose which one is the first. Means if you have given inverse trigonometric function and algebraic function, in that case inverse circular function or inverse trigonometric function is first function and algebraic function is the second function. So according to this, we take which one is first and which one will be second. Third, it is worth noticing that the rule of integration by parts is not applicable to product of functions in all cases. It is not possible in all cases. For example, this rule does not work for integral of square root of x cos x dx. Why? Because there does not exist any function whose derivative is root x cos x. Now we discuss an integral of the type integral of e to power x into fx plus f dash x dx. Using as a theorem 2, integral of e to power x into fx plus f dash x dx. Here f dash x is the derivative of fx and this is equal to e to power x fx plus c. To prove here, integral of e to power x fx plus f dash x dx, this can be written as integral of e to power x fx dx plus integral of e to power x f dash x dx. Already we know. Evaluating the first integral by parts means here we use in this integration, we use the method of by parts. Then here exponential function, if we use the islet, e in the last means e means exponential, so this is taken as second function and this is first function. First function integral of second minus integral of derivative of first into integral of second. Here means this is first function and this is second function according to the islet. E in the last, so exponential will be second, and here this is any function, then this is first, plus integral of e to power x into f dash x dx. Here integral of e to power x dx, already we know e to power x into fx minus here f dash x, and integral of this we get e to power x, here dx, plus integral of e to power x f dash x dx plus c. Here this is plus and this is minus, so both will be cancelled, and finally we get e to power x into fx plus c. So integral of e to power x into fx plus f dash x dx equal to e to power x into fx plus c. Dear students, here we see that this is the derivative of fx. So if any question given in this form, so using this method we can solve easily. Now we solve the questions of exercise 7.6 from NCERT. Integrate the following function. Integral of x into log x whole square. Dear students, islet, first inverse circular function, second logarithmic function, and third a algebraic function. So second here logarithmic function, we take this is as a first function and this is as second function. Integrate by parts taking log x square as the first function according to islet. So here using by parts we can solve, and we get here x square by 2 into log x whole square minus integral of log x into x dx. From above, if we simplify this, we get this here, and again we use here in this function means integral of log x into x dx. Again we use the method by parts, and here again log x will be the first function and x will be the second function. So x square by 2 into log x whole square minus first function integral of second minus integral of differential of first or derivative of first, here d by dx of log x is equal to 1 by x, and integral of second dx. And here we solve, we get finally we get x square by 2 into log x whole square minus x square by 2 log x, here log x plus x square by 4 plus c. This is log x. And this is last question, question number 16. Integral of e to power x into sin x plus cos x dx. Dear students, this is of the type integral of e to power x fx plus f dash x dx, because here cos x derivative of here sin x is cos x, means cos x is the derivative of sin x. So we can use this method. So we can write here integral of e to power x sin x dx plus e to power x cos x dx. Evaluating the first integral by parts. Here in this we use the method by parts. So if we use the rule Eilert, here e means exponential, that is lost, so this is the second function, and here Eilert, here t means trigonometric function, and after that e, so this will be first and this will be second. First function integral of second minus differential of first or derivative of first into integral of second plus e to power x integral of e to power x cos x dx here, and we get here e to power x sin x minus e to power x integral of e to power x, here d by dx of sin x, you will get cos x dx. This is minus and this is plus, so both will be cancelled and we get finally e to power x sin x plus c. So this is the answer. Dear students, assignment is given. Solve remaining questions of exercise 7.5 and 7.6 from NCERT. Thank you.